Maybe huffing and puffing a little bit more. We went to Vail to go snowboarding, and you would think that with the altitude and still working out essentially that I would not be huffing and puffing, but during this morning's yoga sculpt, I was very winded, so hopefully today's a little bit better. All right, go ahead and set your devices. Again, just a set of medium to heavy weights. I've got 8 pounds, you can go heavier, you can go lighter. And I've got this ottoman here. You can use a step or a stool in lieu of that. Go ahead and draw your knees up towards your chest. Strong point through your toes. Warming up our body here. I'll try not to breathe too heavily into the microphone. All right, take that knee up and over to a side lunge. Really press your hips back as you bend deep into that knee. Let's do one more on each side. On the next one, come down to a low wide squat. Feet are wide than your hips, toes turned out, arms out to a T. Bend and extend your knees, chest stays lifted, shoulders stacked over your hips. A few more here. Next one, hold the knees bent, tiny circles with your arms. Palms facing down. Reverse that direction, tiny circles, opposite direction. Reach down, tap towards the opposite inside foot. Reaching for your foot, your ankle, your calf, your knee, your thigh, anything that you can. One more time each side. Come back through center, bend the knees, hinge forward at your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Warming up your upper body here. 2 more. Gently release your right knee down. Come down to a runner's lunge. Untuck your right toes. Press into your left knee. Chin and chest stays lifted here. On your next full exhale, draw the hips back to the left leg. And then press it forward. Just alternating, bending, and extending that front knee. On the next one, hold the hips back. Left leg is straight. Point flex. Circle out your left ankle. Hold the toes flexed. Hinge forward at your waist, framing your left foot. You can keep your head as high or gently draw your forehead toward your knee. Inhale, rise up. Release your left knee down. Big step forward with your right foot. Press into that right knee. Opening up your left hip. Gently draw the hips back. Straighten that right leg and then gently rock forward. A few more here with your breath. On the next one, hold the right leg straight. Point flex, circle out, maybe wiggle your right toes. Hold the right toes flexed. Stay up high or come down, folding forward, framing your right foot. You can keep your forehead lifted. You can release your forehead towards your toes. Gently rise on up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Roll them forward. Shake out anything else that you may need to. Grab a sip of water. We're going to start having a seat on the bench. You can also stay standing. We have an Arnold press. We have 50 seconds on, 5-second breather, if you will, 4 times through, and then we're going to come into our stretch. We're going to go in 2 and 1. Arnold press, standing, kneeling, or seated. Full extension, bicep curl, overhead press, release it down. Extend, pull it up, overhead, release it down. You got this. Keep it going. Full extend, full bend, overhead press, bring everything back in. Very nice. Great form. Fluid rotation of those wrists, full curl, palm in towards the same shoulder. As you draw the weights up overhead, bring those weights out in the same direction that you're looking. 7 more seconds here. That's 5, 3, 2, and 1. Reset. We're going for round 2 of 4. Here we go. Bicep curl, overhead, bring it back down, release. Continue to engage your abs, whether you're standing, whether you're seated. Engage your abs, and what I mean by that is try to knit your ribs together. As you hold those abs in, draw your navel into your spine, Continue to breathe and draw your navel up towards your chest. Instead of just holding that breath in, think about pulling it up to the crown of your head. You've got it. 7 more seconds. Round 2 right here. You got 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Shake out anything you may need to. Round 3 right here. You're halfway through this particular move. Do what you can. Focusing on the upper body here. Full extend, bend, overhead, release it down. That's it. 20 seconds down, less than 30 to go. Arnold press. Sitting or standing tall. If you want to make it more challenging, zip your legs together. You can also widen the stance to disperse the weight a little bit more. That is whether you're standing or seated. 10 more seconds. Continue to engage your abs, protect your spine. That's 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. We've got one more round coming up. Here we go. Arnold press, full curl. Draw those arms up overhead, palms facing out. You've got this. Stay with it. Keep it going. Curl, press, release. Almost there. You've got it. You've got a stretch coming up next. Last 10. Don't stop now. Curl, overhead, release. Last 5. All right, finish up where you're at. Set those weights down to the side. Come back to standing or sitting. We're going to draw that right arm across your body. Gently pulling that right forearm into your left shoulder. Very gently. Maybe draw your ear side to side. Open, circle out your wrist. Rotate your shoulders. This time crossing your left arm over the right. Gently pulling your right forearm into your left forearm, into your right shoulder. Feeling that stretch all along the outside. We've got lower body next. Bulgarian split squats or split squats. So if you have that ledge, we're going to put our right foot up. If you don't, no problem. Release that left arm. Grab those weights. Step your left foot forward. Draw your right foot back. We have a reverse lunge to a single leg deadlift. So that right leg can be lifted for more of a challenge. You can also always keep your right foot grounded. Make sure that your front left knee is stacked directly over your ankle. You're alternating split squat, chest is lifted, thigh work, to a single leg deadlift. Glide the weights on the front of that left shin to fire up that left glute. Keep it going. Whether you have that right foot grounded on the floor with that heel lifted, or if your right foot is on that ottoman, that step, or that ledge. Last 3, 2. All right, reset. We've got round 2 coming up. All right, here we go. Split squat, chest is lifted. That's to fire up those quads and those hamstrings. As you hinge forward, glide the weight down towards your left knee, maybe down your left shin. You're firing up the glutes. Keep it going. Remember your options. You can always set that right foot down on the floor. You're still alternating split squat to deadlift. Almost there. Yes, you can. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, come on up. Roll the shoulder up and back. We're switching sides. So that left leg is back, right foot forward. Left leg is on that stool or that ledge if you used it on the right side. As you bend into that right knee, I want you to make sure your stance is wide enough that your front knee never, ever, ever, ever passes your toes. Chest upright as the weights are by your side. Hinging forward. Keep it going. Split squat. Single leg deadlift. You're firing up that right glute here. Quad and hamstring work with your split squat lunge. Last 3, whoop, 2. All right, catch your breath. Last round with that left foot forward, right foot back, with or without that equipment of your choice. Here we go. You got a nice breather, nice stretch. After this, squat, deadlift. Keep it going. Almost there. You've got it. Stay with it. Single leg deadlift, split squat lunge, with or without that back foot lifted for 5. All right, gently set those weights down. Starting with the right foot, send your right foot forward. Flex your toes, bend into your left knee, hinge forward. Try to draw that right elbow towards your right toes. They do not have to make connection. You just want to fold forward. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Circle with that right ankle. Switch sides, right foot back, left foot forward. Bend into that right knee as you hinge forward, drawing that left elbow towards your left toes. Again, they do not have to touch. Want them to be close. Last 5. All right, come on up. Grab 2 weights. 1 weight in each hand, standing or seated. Feet are hip width, reaching side to side. Crunch those obliques. Now, whether you're standing or seated, if you're seated, scoot forward so your knees directly over your ankles. You're just barely sitting on that bench. Now, when you draw that arm down, actively draw that top shoulder directly or left. So I'm not rolling forwards, it's directly behind. Same thing on the other side. Avoid rolling forward. You want to activate your core. Engage those obliques side to side. This in itself is a stretch as you go from one side to the next. Last 3, 2. All right, finish up where you are. Roll shoulders up and back. Starting left or right side. Here we go. Reach down, side to side. Maybe try reaching a little bit further. Enjoy that stretch on the opposite side that you just crunched. Continue to knit your ribs together by engaging your abs. Draw your navel into your spine up to the crown of your head. Protecting your back. Let your neck be fluid, side to side. Keep the shoulders relaxed down from your ears. I know that's a funky thing to hear, especially when you're lifting one arm and drooping the other. You just don't want to crunch it up as you reach down. Keep it relaxed. All right, come back through center. Shoulders up and back. Round 3. Here we go. Side to side. Shoulders relaxed. Head, neck, and shoulders are fluid. Shoulders down and back. Get going. Keeping your shoulders on one single plane and just walking from side to side. As one lowers, the other one just comes higher because of the tilt of your body, not because you're drawing your shoulder up towards your ear. Side to side, very nice. Looking so strong. We're all gonna have nice sore abs after this. You've got, that's 5. Last 3, 2, come back through center. We got one more round here. Make it your best yet. Here we go, 50 seconds is on the clock. Side to side. All right, we're gonna be on the floor for the next moves. I'll give options for standing. We do have core necks, but it's not obliques. It's the lower abs. Keep it going, side to side. A little crunch. Simultaneous stretch for the other side. That's it. You've got it. Last 10 right here. Make it your best. Fire up those obliques. You've got it for 3, 2, and 1. Gently set those weights down. One of my favorite stretches. Come back to standing, feet are hip width. Cross your right foot diagonally behind the left. Draw your arms overhead. Left hand grabs right wrist. And gently side bend over to the left. Feel that stretch all along the right side body. Maybe draw it back and down to the side. Gently release. Circle out your wrist. Switch feet. Left foot staggers diagonally like a curtsy lunge behind the right foot. Arms overhead. Right hand grabs left wrist. Side bend over to the right. Bump your hips to the left. Maybe lean back and then down. So we have a zipped leg, lift and lower on the floor, on that stool, or standing. If you're standing, we're gonna alternate right and left. All right, grab those weights. Just gonna move this. Bring those weights overhead, whether you're standing or on that bench. Arms overhead, legs lift, legs lower. So being on the bench just makes it slightly more challenging because you're able to lower your legs past your hips. This can also be done on the floor. If you prefer standing, keep those arms overhead and just alternating single leg lift. Lift and lower. Try to keep those legs straight for more of a challenge. Very nice. Zipped leg lift and lower. Make sure your head, neck, and shoulders are supported. You should feel no pain in your lower back or in your head, neck, and shoulders. Last 2 and 1. All right, catch your breath. We've got round 2 of 4 coming up next. Here we go. Zip leg lift and lower. Try to keep those legs zipped together. Big toe, heel, knees, thighs, everything one long line. For more of a challenge, keep your legs straight. To increase stability, you can bring a slight bend into your knees. You can also release those weights to the side and gently plant your hands palms facing down between your lower back and your glutes. For a little bit of support, you've got 7 seconds. Lower abs right here. All right, finish up where you're at. We're gonna reset. We got 2 more rounds of this. Here we go. Zip legs, lift and lower. Keep it going. You've got it. Still going. I can see those feet. Oh God, I can't talk. I can see those feet moving. Perfect movement. Slow and steady. Keep it going. Lower abs, lift and lower. Your lower back stays pressed into the floor. You got 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. You have one more round. You got this. You can do anything for 50 seconds. Here we go. Lift and lower. Keep it going. Remember, if you're on the floor, those legs are zipped. Imagine that your legs are one leg as opposed to 2 individual entities. Keep it going. Lift and lower. Continue to draw your navel into your spine. Protect your lower back. Only lower your feet as far as you can go without your lower back lifting up off the floor, off that stool if you're using one. 10 more seconds. You've got it. Stay with it. Last 2. All right. Set those weights down. If you're on a bench or stool, go ahead and come off of it. Lay onto your tummy and draw your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press up, mini cobra. Gently release down. One more time, mini cobra, press up. Gently lower down. Walk your hands to your lower rib cage. Press up, full cobra. Gently look over your left shoulder. Maybe you see your left toes. Come back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Back through center. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Feel that deep stretch all along your core. Press yourself back. And come on up. We're gonna lay back down on the bench or on the floor with those weights. We're not doing core again, I promise. All right, from here, head, neck, and shoulders are supported. One weight in each hand. We have a wide arm chest press. So elbows tracking out from your shoulders. Elbows are slightly lower than your shoulders. Elbows bend. Elbows extend, drawing your thumbs and index fingers back towards one another, and then separating them out from your rib cage. Knuckles up towards the ceiling. Wide arm chest press. You've got it. Less than 15 seconds remaining. You can be laying on your back, legs straight, feet bent, feet flat on the floor. Your choice. Last 5. Elbows bend, elbows extend. All right, reset. If you readjust yourself, here we go, round 2, wide arm chest press. Elbows bend, elbows extend. You've got it. If you're laying on that bench or that stool, you're allowing your elbows to come slightly lower, deepening that range of motion. Keep it going. Yes, you can. 20 seconds to go. Wide arm chest press. Elbows bend. Elbows extend. You got 10 more seconds. Gently finish up where you're at. You're halfway. 2 down, 2 to go. You got this. Elbows bend. Elbows extend. Slow and steady. It doesn't matter how many you do. What matters is your form. Is your lower back staying glued to that surface, whether it's the bench, whether it's the floor? Is your head, neck, and shoulders intact and you're just gazing up towards the ceiling? Avoid straining your neck, looking side to side. I'll let you know when the timer is almost coming to an end. Keep it going. Knees can be bent, feet flat on the floor, or your legs can be extended out straight for additional core work. You got 3, 2. All right, catch your breath. We're going for round 4, and then our final stretch for this particular move. It's not the end, just the end of the chest press. Elbows bend, elbows extend. Make sure you're pressing those weights directly up. not closer towards the crown of your head. You've got it. Almost there. You are so close. You are halfway. Keep it going. Wide arm chest press. Knuckles stay towards the ceiling as your elbows bend closer to the floor, maybe to tap the floor. And even as you press up, weights towards the ceiling. That's it. You've got 5. That's 3, 2, and 1. Gently set those weights down. Come back to laying down. We have snow angel arms. So just relaxing. Palms facing up, soft bend the elbows. Draw your elbows down towards your rib cage and then up overhead, maybe crossing your arms. If you're in the DMV area, snow angels are real right now with all the snow we got yesterday. Keep it going. Stay with it. Snow angel arms. We've got glutes next. Keep it going. All right, go ahead and finish up that last snow angel. Grab both weights. Walk yourself back to that stool. Place your shoulder blades on the stool and place your hips on the floor. Grab those weights, place them on your hips. Feet are grounded. Glute bridge, lift and lower. Now, you can do this, of course, without a stool, just by simply doing a bridge on the floor. Still with those weights on your hips. Shoulders stay pressed into the floor. Avoid lifting your shoulders. All the work is going to be in our glutes. You've got it. 20 seconds to go. Stay with it. Almost there. Keep it going. Last 10. Last 3, 2. All right, lower your hips. Put the weights off to the side. We're going for round 2. Here we go. Weights to your hips. Lift it up. Now, if you want, you can change the distance of your feet. They can be wider to work the outer edges of your hips. They can be hip width. You can zip your legs together. Your choice. You got 4 rounds. Squeeze and release. So if you're using that ledge, gently tap your glutes down. Lift right back up. 15 seconds to go. Almost there. Keep it going. Last 3. All right, go ahead and set your hips down. All right, lift it back up. Here we go. Round 3 right here. Glute bridge, lift and lower. That's it. Squeeze at the top. Squeeze as you lower. Almost there. You're more than halfway. Try to lift your hips a little bit higher. If you're on the floor, make sure that your shoulders stay grounded. Lift and lower. Last 7, 3, 2. Gently lower back down. Catch your breath. We have 1 more round. Then we're going to stretch those glutes. Here we go. Hips lift. Hips lower. Remember, adjust your feet if you'd like, as much or as little. Keep it going. Last 30 seconds. Don't stop now. Keep it going. Lift and lower. You've got 10. That's 7. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips. Set the weights off to the side. From a seated position on the floor, knees are bent. Walk your hands back. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Allow your knees to fall from side to side. Maybe roll back. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Release your left foot. Release your right foot. You can be sitting up tall or laying down. Send your left leg, cross your left leg over your right thigh. Once again, allow your knees to fall from side to side. Maybe roll all the way back. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Release your right foot. All right, we got one more move. Grab those weights. Go ahead and lay on the floor on that bench. Elbows by your side. Palms facing in. We have a neutral press. Tricep bend and extend. Neutral press. Elbows tap down towards the floor. Then press your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Neutral press. Hold the elbows where they're at. Bend the elbows, bringing your weights and your thumbs towards your temples. And then extend them back up. Please, please, please do not hit your face. Elbows bend, elbows extend, elbows bend, elbows extend. You're alternating neutral press to a tricep bend and extend. This can be done on the floor or on that ledge. Make sure that your head, neck, and shoulders and hips are supported. All right, release the weights down. Here we go, round 2. Neutral press, elbows bend, elbows extend. If you're on the floor, you want to add more heat to your core, extend your legs out long. Avoid lifting your legs. Engage your abs by knitting your rib cage together. Drawing your navel into your spine, up to the crown of your head. Arms extend overhead. Elbows stay directly over your shoulders. Bend your elbows. Bring the weights to your temples. And then release everything back the same way that you went in. Last 10. Last 3, 2. All right. Halfway. 2 down, 2 to go. Here we go. Neutral press. Elbows bend. Elbows extend. Lower down. Lift it up. Elbows bend. Elbows extend. Lower the elbows. Extend the arms. Bend the elbows. Extend the elbows. Lower the arms. Slow it down as much as you need to. You can, of course, always pick up the pace, but remember, doesn't matter how many reps you do. What matters is your form. Keep it going. Less than 20 seconds to go. Knees can be bent. Legs can be straight. You're going to feel this in your triceps. That is the point. Last 5. All right, release it down. You've got one more round. It's only 50 seconds. Here we go. Neutral press. Hold the elbows lifted. If you start to get fatigued, if your elbows are shaking, that's okay. But if you think that you're going to drop the weight on you, just lower the weights. Grab a lighter set. That is perfectly fine. Do what you can. Almost there. Less than 20 seconds. Almost there. You've got it. Last 10. Last 5. 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Lower those weights down. Staying just where you are. Reach your arms overhead. Bend your right elbow by grabbing with your left hand. Try to lower your elbows towards the floor. Maybe they touch. Maybe they're just super close. Release your left hand from your right elbow, arms overhead. Bend your left elbow and gently grabbing your left elbow with your right hand. Release your left arm. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite directions. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. From here, just draw a few snow angel arms. Draw your knees into your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. From here, we're gonna rock and roll ourselves up. Roll in like a ball a few times, as many or as little as you'd like before coming up to a standing position. Slow and steady. Keep your hands toward your toes, coming into a forward fold. Feel that stretch all along your lower back and the back side of your legs. Reaching for the floor, your toes, your ankles, your thighs. Bring your hands toward your shins. Crown of your head pulling further away from your toes. Come back to that forward fold. Let everything hang here. Let your neck hang nice and loose. From here, grab opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. Have a deep bend in both of your knees. From here, swaying side to side, we're going to draw the upper body up and over to the right. Continue to draw those arms up, coming through center, down to the left side. Come back to that forward fold and just sway side to side. We're going to repeat that same thing, full circle, this time starting to the left. Sway right, sway left all the way up, all the way through center. Very nice, Amy. Down to the right. Come back to swaying. All right, release your hands towards the floor. Rolling up slowly, think one vertebrae at a time. Head, neck, and shoulders last to lift. Roll your shoulders up and back when you get there. Widen your stance, feet are wider than your hips. Nice big inhale. Let's do one more. Nice big inhale. Arms overhead. Side bend over to the right. Release your right hand down towards your right thigh. Left arm overhead, reaching to that side wall. Stack your left shoulder directly over the right. Inhale, rise up, tee out the arms. Forward fold. Come all the way down, hands to your hips, thighs, or towards the floor. Walk your hands over to your right foot, framing your right leg. From here, bend and extend gently into that right knee. 2 more times. On the next one, hold a deep bend in your right knee. Keep your left hand down. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Full body twist. You can gaze up towards your right fingertips to challenge your balance, or to add balance, gaze down towards your right toes. Release your right hand, straighten your right leg. Walk back through center. Hands to your hips, roll up with a long spine. All the way up. Nice. 2 big inhales. One more. Release the arms down, side bend over to the left. Left hand down by your left hip. Really reach those right fingertips long past your left toes. Open up your shoulder. Come back through center, tee out the arms. Forward fold all the way down. Hands to your hips, thighs, shins, or floor. Walk your hands over to your left foot. Framing your left leg. Bend and extend a few times into that left knee. Keep the right leg straight. 2 more. On the next one, hold a deep bend in that left leg. Keep your right hand down, sweep your left arm up. Gaze down towards your right fingertips for balance. To challenge your balance, gaze up towards your left fingertips. Gently release your left hand down. Come back through center. Bend and extend both knees. Here, hold a deep bend in both of your knees. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Extend your left leg long. Keep your hands on the floor. You can open up your left arm, full body twist. You can point or flex your left toes. Release your left hand down if it was lifted. This time, lower your left foot, bend into your left knee, and extend your right leg long. You can keep your left hand down, maybe draw your right arm up. Opening up your chest and shoulders. You can point or flex your right toes. Gently release your right hand down if it was lifted. Come back through center, straighten both the legs, coming back to that wide-legged forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and just let yourself sway from side to side. Really let your head hang loose here. Avoid holding any tension in your head, neck, or shoulders. Maybe sway your head yes. Maybe sway your head no. Just side to side, releasing that outer hip tension. Come back through center, tee out the arms, using your abs, squeeze your glutes, engage your quads as you roll all the way up. Walk your feet in, toe heel your toes in. Draw that right foot back behind left one more time, that curtsy side bend, arms overhead, left hand grabs right wrist, side bend over to the left. Think about pressing your hips forward, reaching your arms back and down to the left. Hold it for one more breath. Inhale, rise up, release your right foot, circle out your wrist. This time draw your left leg behind the right, little curtsy, right hand grabs, left wrist, side bend over to the right. If this feels good, you want a deeper bend, draw your upper body back and then down to the right. Gently rise up, release your left foot, circle out your wrist. Draw your right arm overhead. If you tuck your chin like I do, lift your chin, opening up your shoulders, opening up your chest. Open your arms, circle out your wrist. Left arm behind. And just gently draw that left hand down to the right shoulder, maybe your middle back, maybe your left shoulder. Lift your chin off of your chest. Release your bind, circle out your wrist. Widen your stance ever so slightly. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Fantastic work. Thank you so much for joining me, Amy, and staying the whole time.